Hi everybody, this is William from the Godzilla Files coming at you today with a new video series called Kaiju Battles. In this video series I'm going to be looking at different kaiju and seeing how they would do against each other. Just for everyone's knowledge, I went with Wikizilla and also the book here that I've had since childhood to kind of get the stats and powers and different things like that for each kaiju. So yeah, let's get right into the battle. Today we're going to be looking at Gigan versus King Caesar. The first kaiju that we're going to be looking at today in this battle is the evil space monster Gigan. Before we get started, let's quickly take a look at some of his stats. Gigan comes in at a height of 65 meters and weighs about 25,000 metric tons. His first appearance is Godzilla vs. Gigan. He also makes another appearance in Godzilla vs. Megalon. Gigan hails from the Nebula M space hunter and is controlled by cockroach-like aliens in an effort to take over our planet Earth. He first teams up with the three-headed space monster King Ghidorah to help bring about perfect peace for his masters. When his first partnership fails, he turns around and teams up with Megalon. Each time he has been defeated by Godzilla and one of his allies. Gigan is one of the more unique looking kaiju with his hook-like claws, 3 dorsal sails on his back, and even having a buzzsaw in his stomach. One thing to note about Gigan is that he's shown to be somewhat of a coward. He has no problem attacking an enemy from behind or even one that is dazed. We see him do this to Godzilla multiple times in their battles. While this trait helps him in battle, it also works against him as well, because he has no problem leaving his ally if he feels the tide of the battle is turning against him. Even with this though, I have no doubt in my mind that Gigan is one space monster you don't want to run into. So who's going to stand up to this terrible monster from space? None other than King Caesar. Let's take a quick look on how he compares to Gigan. King Caesar stands at 50 meters and weighs in at about 30,000 metric tons. His first and only appearance in the Showa series is Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. King Caesar is a lion god from the myths of ancient Japan that protects the royal Izumi family. This kaiju has a history of dealing with threats from space, as he once fought against the cosmic monster Mechagodzilla. He was awoken from his slumber by an ancient statue and a song. King Caesar was summoned to help protect the world against the threat of Mechagodzilla, and with the help of Godzilla he was able to defeat him. King Caesar's appearance is that of a monster-like lion. He has sharp claws and teeth, brown fur, and finally floppy dog ears that stand up when he is angry or when he is ready to fight. One of the final interesting things about King Caesar is that he is one of the few kaiju that has never fought against Godzilla, but has only helped him in battle. Now that we know a little bit about both of the kaijus, let's talk about their abilities in combat and any powers that they have. Out of all the kaijus in the Godzilla universe, Gigan could be one of the most violent. He uses his hook-like claws to destroy buildings and make his enemies bleed. In past battles, he was shown to be able to make Godzilla bleed, and when anger stood up against him, he was quickly cut down. Gigan can also fly at speeds up to Mach 3. He uses this ability to attack his enemies through the air. One of his favorite ways to attack is by flying behind an enemy and hitting him in the head until he is knocked down. Gigan's most unique weapon is also probably his deadliest, the buzzsaw found in his belly. Using this, he can cut through buildings and foes alike with little to no issue. One thing to note is that Gigan is also shown to be firing laser out of his forehead, but because this is never seen in his Showa films, I am not counting this as one of his abilities. Because of all the sharp objects found on Gigan's body, he prefers to fight up close and personal. When you add everything up, Gigan is an opponent you don't want to get close to. King Caesar is no pushover when it comes to fighting as well. He will use everything from his claws to his sharp fangs to defeat his enemy. King Caesar has also been shown to have great strength, having the ability to flip Mechagodzilla on his back and later on in the fight pierce and damage the space titanium that the evil machine was made of. King Caesar also seems to have quick reflexes and is able to dodge some of Mechagodzilla attacks along with countering them. With this being said, one of his greatest strengths is his actual defense. King Caesar's most well-known ability in his attack list is the ability to shoot back energy beams that his opponents have fired. He sucks that energy attack into one eye and shoots it out of the other. It doesn't seem to shoot the energy attack back stronger, but it seems to be at least the same level. While King Caesar might not have the most robust fighting style, his ability to counter and fire energy beams back at his enemies makes his defense very difficult to break. One of Gigan's biggest weaknesses is his reliance on the same attack or similar attacks. This is shown to be an issue because once Godzilla knew what Gigan was trying to do, he figured out a way to stop him. As I spoke about before, Gigan is naturally a coward, so if the fight gets tough, he is most likely already flying away, leaving his ally behind to defend himself. While King Caesar does have great strength and other abilities, he can become overpowered by an enemy. We have seen this during the fight with Mechagodzilla, especially early on without Godzilla. If his melee attacks aren't strong enough, or if the opponent can attack from afar, King Caesar can't really do anything to defend himself. So who wins? I think this has to go to Gigan. Between his violent style of attacking and his speed, I don't think King Caesar would last very long. While his strength and his defense is above average, I just don't see him being able to defend every attack Gigan would throw at him. Still, it would be a great fight, and I would love to see it happen. Maybe one day we'll get it, but for now, I think Gigan definitely has this in the bag. Alright everybody, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully this is the start of a new series. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. If you thought Gigan was the correct winner, or if you think maybe King Caesar might be able to beat him. Also, if you have any other ideas for this series, let me know and I can try doing them. And one final thing, I would like to thank my girlfriend for helping me come up with this idea. Without her, I probably would have never done anything like this. So as always, Veronica, thank you. And as always guys, I will see everybody later.